Hi everyone, and welcome to another Etsy business segment here with me, Candy. Hello, hi. If you guys are new, welcome on in. If you don't know much about me, I work full-time in the animation industry, and when I'm not doing that, I like to take you guys on my art adventures. And today it is time for me to update my business cards because I am not particularly all that satisfied with how my original business cards turned out about a year ago now, and I think it's time to update them with some new illustrations that I've been doing. So keep in mind, when I am working on this, I will not be showcasing how I make the illustrations and that kind of stuff. I'm just going to be compiling it all into Photoshop and taking you guys along for the ride with how I think about it, how I put together my artwork, and then how I ship them off and where I get them processed. And without further ado, let's get right on to the video. Hey everyone, and welcome. The first thing that you need to do before you get going on making your business card is first grab a whole bunch of ideas. I've got some ideas with having my old business card and some other people that I really enjoy their work, and I've ordered from them, so I have their work with me. The other thing is going onto Pinterest and having a board full of different ideas. I can show you guys what I mean. Here's a board full of different ideas. These are just other pictures that I have been inspired by. So definitely go onto Pinterest and find things that you really like and definitely inspire you while we're creating our new business card. In a previous video, I showed you guys how to take the different images or logos, I should say, from all the different socials that you're part of. I would suggest you go back and follow that demonstration because I'm not going to be showcasing that here, but I did make sure that everything is exactly the right size here because the last thing I want is everything not being the proper size. So the next thing we need to think about is the layout. Do you want your business card to be up and down, or which way do you want it? So before I had my business card this way, so this time I'm going to be making it up and down. As you can see, that's the layout I'm going for here. The next step is to be sourcing out all of your images. So I've got a whole bunch of different images that I'm inspired by, that I've created here. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing with these exactly, but I have them here to pull from. So the next step is going to be compiling all of your images onto whichever way you decide to format your illustrations on your business card. And one thing that I did want to showcase with you guys is the dimension. So this is very important. I have mine 600 width by 1050 height, and this is in pixels, and you want to always make sure that your resolution is 300. And I also have this set to CMYK because that is the mode that it's going to be printed in, so it is best to use the printer setting. If this was just for computer use and I was never going to print it, I would definitely select RGB, but because we're sending this to print, it's best to have it as CMYK. Now that I figured out what I want on my front page, it is time to figure out what we're going to be putting on our back page. So what I'm going to do here to get my illustration to sit inside a circle is I'm just using the elliptical marquee, and I'm just going to create a really basic circle. This can be adjusted afterwards, so not to worry. Make sure you make a layer underneath the illustration that you want to take on the form of the circle. And I'm just going to fill the circle layer. From there, you just want to hit Control T so we can bring up our transform tool here. And this is where we're going to change the size of our circle and the shape and all of that good stuff. So here's where we can do some adjustments. You can also manipulate where the circle is sitting. So I'm going to want it somewhere around here. And the other thing you need to do so your illustration takes on the form of what you have underneath it is just over your layer. If you just right click and you say create clipping mask, there you have it. Now it's inside a cute little circle. And the thing is, you can still manipulate this. So if you have your circle selected and you move it around, it will still showcase what you're saying you want to showcase on that layer. So do keep that in mind. It's still usable. You can still manipulate it. This isn't, we're set in stone here. We can still adjust a lot of things. At this point, I'm just going to enter in all of my information. And now I'm going to move around the social media images and adding in my tags there. I'm also going to bring over a ruler so that I make sure everything is aligned. If you don't see this tool, then no problem. All you need to hit is Control R and it will bring up the ruler, and you can just drag and drop rulers from the top or the bottom. And now at this point, I'm just going to get everything to look a little bit more cohesive on the page. The best thing to do once you are happy with how your illustration looks is to group everything, because that's what I did with the top layer, and I think that's really valuable. Also, it's really great to shrink it down and to really just look at it like this to make sure that everything looks good. So at this point, I'm going to grab all of my layers here, hit Control G. I'm going to call this one front because now we have the front and the back all ready to go. And we're also going to save out individual images with this on it as well. Now it's time for us to upload it to a website. So I like to use Vistaprint just because they're super fast and I've never had a problem with them. So let's get adding our information here. Obviously you want to make sure you have an account and all that kind of stuff. And now we're going to upload our images. So we're just going to hit upload our design here. Keep in mind, if you get rounded corners, it's more expensive. I've got my own little thing to make rounded corners, so I'm just going to select a regular standard business card. Perfect. We're gonna upload our back. Hit next. I like that they show you what the designs will look like because I find it really cute. What's really cute is you can also move it around like this in the program to see what your finished product will look like. And then this is where you can play around with your settings to figure out what you are interested in getting. We've got matte, glossy, uncoated, rounded, standard. There's also thickness. And this is where you can really figure out what it is that you want for your business card. And then as you can see, depending on what you click, things are going to become more expensive. I think it's a business card. It's something you just give away anyways. So it's best not to put too much money into it unless you are willing to shell it out. So I'm just going to go with the standard quality here. And then fill out all of our information, and I will showcase you guys what it looks like when the business cards come in. So my business cards came in and I wanted to showcase to you guys what they look like. So here is what they look like when they came in the mail. Here. And then here is the back. Looks absolutely fantastic. And I decided that I would round the edges myself just because I didn't want to pay the extra money to have them do it for me. So this is how my business cards are going to come to my buyers, and I could not be happier with the outcome. And yeah, let me know if you found this video helpful. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below. Put a little piece of paper emoji if you got this far in the video, and I can't wait to see you guys on the next one. Bye everyone!